Following up on a previous video talking about tips for concealed carry, in that video I expressed that carriers should not be paranoid about keeping their firearm chambered. Unfortunately, the media would have you believe that the slightest bump will cause a firearm to accidentally discharge. You see it in movies and television all of the time. But the reality is that this is simply not true, particularly when it comes to modern firearms. Now, since there have been some questions about these comments in the previous video, today we will be briefly reiterating why it is safe to keep your pistol chambered. Firstly, if you carry a revolver, then with every cylinder loaded, your pistol is chambered all of the time anyways. And of course, with a revolver, if that hammer isn't cocked, there is literally no chance of an accidental discharge. It simply can't go off without a trigger pull. And in this same way, modern semi-automatic pistols are just as safe. Again, if you are carrying a modern firearm, there is practically no chance of an accidental discharge with one in the chamber. Modern firearms have many features that protect against this, such as internal and manual safety functions, as well as heavy triggers. That, coupled with proper handling and discipline, should not allow for the gun to be unintentionally fired. Basically, unless you pull the trigger, the gun should not go off. Keep in mind that this does not mean that you may not have an accident with the firearm if you are not careful. I have heard of the rare occasion where someone with a crappy holster, or perhaps they use no holster at all, and they get the trigger stuck when putting their gun away. And this, of course, accidentally spins around. Again, very rare. That being said, make sure you always have a proper holster, preferably one that is specifically made for your firearm that molds to its shape. So with the solid construction of modern firearms, in short, the only way it would be likely to have an accidental discharge is if you pulled your firearm with your finger in the trigger, which you should never do anyways. Even if you drop your gun, it should not go off. Again, that sort of malfunction is Hollywood magic. And as for why you may want to keep one in the chamber, well, the extra second it takes to rack your gun could be the difference between life and death. So I hope this video answers those questions. If you have anything you would like to add to the video, please feel free to post it in the comments section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up, always appreciated. Share it if you can and subscribe if you are new. Check out some of the other content. You may find something interesting, and I hope that you do. That being said, as always, stay frosty, folks, and thanks for listening.